He has some great stories to tell you. I've had him be a guest speaker in several of my classes. So let's hear some stories, Houston.
I'm not going to say what mine was Dr. Stanley's class, but I was talking to the president earlier. I said, this is more time I've spent at this building than the 5 years I was going to school.
I wasn't going to
It's not a joke. Anyways, thank y'all, Midwestern, for having us. It really is super important for us. Midwestern's done a lot for my family. My dad, like I said, he didn't. His calendar goes out a little ways, and he couldn't make it. But obviously, very passionate about Midwestern. Veritas started about 10 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago. My brother, my dad, and I. And it's really, it's been a great run, but, really kind of as far as Midwestern goes, my dad grew up in Wichita Falls, graduated from Midwestern, and you'll see this picture down here. He's the one with the mullet and the green shirt. And then the guy in the orange vest was his partner, Dan Mowry. And so he and Dan both went to Midwestern together a few years ago, and then they partnered up in the early 80s and were partners for about 25 years. And so I think, they had, what I call fairly, small operation, but, Midwestern was important to that. They all went to Midwestern. Dan's dad was a partner. He went to Midwestern. Dan's brother was a partner. He went to Midwestern. The accountant went to Midwestern. Everybody went to Midwestern. And so fast forward to today, it's a little different iteration. Dan now has his, they effectively sold out in 08 and then kind of went their separate ways. Although they office in the same building, and they're still partners on just about everything except for oil and gas directly. So, but as far as Midwestern goes, it's very important. We have about 20 people. Our original office is here in Wichita Falls, but we have about 5 or 6 folks there, and then we've got about 15 in Fort Worth, where I live now. And of the 20, I would say we have a couple that aren't Indians, Mustangs. I'm a hybrid, but we have a few of both. So, but about half the folks went to Midwestern, and so it's been incredibly important for our business and for my dad's success. And then it's also been important when you look at the community. Like so, I don't come back to Wichita Falls quite as much, but when I do, I stay at Shea's Hotel. Not for any other reason that I know it's Shea, and the money's staying here in Wichita Falls. And I still bank at Wichita Falls banks. I do business with attorneys here. I mean, everything kind of comes back to Wichita Falls, and because it's a lot of it has to do with Midwestern. It provides great resources for a lot of businesses in town. There's a ton of talent that comes through here. I went to school with them. I know them. Dr. Stanley's doing a great job, and we're very thankful that y'all are recognizing us. But really, the credit goes to y'all and what y'all are doing here, and we look forward to seeing the progress as we move forward. So thank you.
The end.